Hey guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at Dokkanfest Kid Gohan at 55%. So let's quickly go through what he is able to do, and then we'll take a look at the teams that I built for him. So he is a leader for the new category, Heavenly Events, 170% stats across the board and 3 key, or the Bond of Master Disciple category, key plus 3, and then 150% to stats. So for the Bond of Master and Disciple category, I already don't think this leader skill is that great. I mean, we'll take a look at the Heavenly Events category, but yeah, it's not exactly what I would call like exquisite or anything like that. The main issue I have with the category is that a lot of the villains on here, like the Boo, the Garlic Jr., they don't really work well with the super class units. So it's a split up category between super and extreme class units that don't mesh together, and it's already so limited. So I don't know. It's kind of like an iffy category. Bond of Master and Disciple, I would have much rather preferred if they would have made that 170 to at least the attack and the defense portions of that. I don't know why it's only 150. But it is what it is. Probably one of the weaker aspects of this unit, I would argue, is definitely the leader skill. Super attack effect, so he actually comes with a unit super attack, but the normal super attack effect, if we can zoom in here, raises defense and causes immense damage with a medium chance of stunning the enemy. So that actually is a permanent defense stack. So this guy does stack defense permanently. And then a medium chance, aka a 30% chance to stun the enemy from that. And then once we get the unit super attack, let's just take a look at the conditions first. So in order to get this unit super attack off, he needs to have a ally whose name includes Piccolo or Krillin on the team, which is going to become a lot easier once we enter part 2 of the celebration, because the free-to-play Piccolo, who's farmable right now from the story event, actually awakens into, I believe it's a Piccolo and Krillin unit, and they're actually like a support unit that's specifically for the Heavenly Events category, so they're going to work much better on this team once he awakens, and it's going to let Gohan activate this unit super attack a lot more easily, because let's be honest, Piccolo and Krillin units alongside this Gohan are not going to work super well, and that's really the only time I would probably assume you're going to see that effect activate super often. But basically, when you activate the unit super attack, he then greatly raises his attack for 1 turn, and it gets a high chance to stun the enemy. So instead of a 30% chance to stun, it goes to a 50% chance to stun, and he gets a great chance, a great raise for attack for 1 turn. So I would say it's not like a massive increase in power level going from the regular super attack to the unit super attack, but it does help a little bit. But is it worth putting a Piccolo and Krillin on a team like to get that off? Probably not. Alright, so here's his passive, Gohan's Resolve. He gets defense plus 158% at the start of turn, which is good. So you can put him in slot 1 and he'll still have a decent amount of defense. Attack plus 158% when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack and defense plus 58% when there is another Heavenly Events category ally attacking in the same turn. So that, I would say, is sort of like reminiscent of why I think this category kind of like hurts this Gohan more than helps him. Because a big portion, well, not really a big portion, but a significant portion of his passive buff for attack and defense is coming from, you know, the reliance on there being a Heavenly Events category ally on the rotation with him, which you can build your team around that, but again, like, would you rather use a unit like AGL LR Gohan or someone else who's just better, right? Like the new LR Int Namek Goku, like, I don't know. So, I mean, you get to decide whether or not you want to use that unit. I mean, it depends what team you're on as well, so. Plus an additional attack plus 58%, and stuns enemies attacked by the character super attack within the same turn after receiving an attack. And then he gives all allies key plus 3 and defense plus 58%. So that second to last portion there is actually, like, I think one of the more valuable parts of this character, right? He guaranteed stuns the enemy if he receives an attack, like in that same turn, right? So let's say you're in Super Battle Road, and you're up against one of those stages where there's like one enemy in the last fight, right? If the enemy is attacking in the front, and you put this Gohan in the front, you can guaranteed stun that enemy for the turn if you get hit first. So that's a really, really powerful effect for Super Battle Road for sure. Then he also has an active skill. It's called the Shield of Light. So the active skill conditions can be activated when HP is 58% or less once only. That is actually not a difficult restriction at all, I don't think. I mean, we're seeing these new restrictions on active skills that are actually pretty tough to get. Like the Tech Khalifa just came out on, well, Tech Kalen Khalifa, or Tech Kefla, whatever you want to say, the fusing Kalen Khalifa, that just dropped on JP. They have a hard 6-turn requirement for their active skill. This is going to be a lot more common than that. And the effect is recovers 30% health. This Gohan gains guard for the turn, and he raises all allies' defense by 20% for 2 turns. So if you haven't already guessed, this Gohan is all about utility, and he's all about defense. He's all about survivability. He's all about mitigating damage. And that's sort of what they're going for this unit. This unit is not going to, turn 1, show up, and just like, put his foot down and do 8 million attack stats. It's not what this unit is designed to do. It's not what he's for. It's not what you include him on your team for. He's there to bolster the defensive side of your teams. He's there to help the key for your teams. He's there to provide the healing from the active skill. He's there to be able to take damage, to guard, to provide extra defense. Because keep in mind, once you have this active skill activated, he's giving the 3 key and 58% defense from his passive still, on top of the active skill defensive buff of 20%, which, it says 20% there, but in reality, it's actually way higher than that because of the way the active skill buffs are calculated, like the B-Pan effect, right? So he's providing a lot to the team. His links, so we have the Innocence, Demonic Ways, which, Saiyan Warrior Race, All in the Family, Saiyan Lineage, Gaze of Respect, and Fierce Battle. I think this is one of the other aspects of this unit where he sort of doesn't hold up, doesn't like hold up. He's not up to par, I would say, I guess, in relation to a lot of other recent Dokkanfests that have released. And it's just because he has like a lot of these Kid Gohan links, right? Demonic Ways, like you link him with Garlic Jr. I guess you can. It just gives key. We have Gaze of Respect, which is like a Piccolo link. I mean, you could link him with this Gohan, which we'll see later on. Again, it's not terrible, but it's not like exceptional. All in the Family is good, just a bunch of defense. The Innocence is a pretty decent link. Saiyan Warrior Race is good. Saiyan Lineage is good. I believe the Saiyan Lineage also actually gives you an extra key once it's level 10. So I mean, his link set I would say is okay. It's nothing crazy. It's definitely got some holes in there. Like again, Demonic Ways and Gaze of Respect are the 2 links that I'm not too thrilled about. In terms of his categories, he's on Heavenly Events, Hybrid Saiyans, Goku's Family, Youth, Bond of Master Disciple, and Planetary Destruction. So what I've done today is I've built 3 teams for this Gohan to show him off on. So the first team is going to be his own team, the Heavenly Events / Bond of Master and Disciple team. So he actually does, this Gohan share 4 links with both the Int Gotenks as well as the Int Future Gohan. So I'm going to have the friend. Hopefully we'll be able to find a 55% friend for this Gohan. It shouldn't be too difficult. We're going to have one of them alongside the Future Gohan, and then one of them alongside the Gotenks. That'll be good rotations for both of them. And then we're going to have the Gawasu and Zamasu floating around. We're going to have the Hybrid Saiyan support unit Trunks floating because both main rotations, all 4 units, are Hybrid Saiyans. And then we're going to have the Tech LR Bojack movie Gohan floating because he actually does have Gaze of Respect and some other links that are going to link up well with the AGL Gohan. So with that Gohan in rotation, the Tech one, we're going to be able to actually move the AGL Gohan to the middle slot, and he'll be able to get a lot of his links active that way. So that is the Heavenly Events / Bond of Master and Disciple team. Next we have the Planetary Destruction / Movie Boss team. This is an interesting team for sure. I mean, Gohan and Broly aren't like best friends or anything like that. I think they do end up sharing like 3 links with each other. I believe, off the top of my head, I think, let me just think. I think what they're sharing Fierce Battle. They're sharing Saiyan Warrior Race, and pretty sure Saiyan Lineage is the 3rd link they're sharing. But I don't have it pulled up in front of me, so I'm not 100% sure. And then the other rotation is going to be the 2 Friezas, which is just like the best rotation in the game, pretty much. And then we have Tech Janemba and the Broly trio floating around just as support units there. So I think this Gohan actually is going to help this Broly out a lot, even though they only share 3 links. Like, it's good enough on top of the fact that the Gohan is providing the 3 key and 50% defense from his passive. Like, that's going to be a solid rotation there for sure, I think. So I'm pretty excited to see how well this Gohan does pair up with Broly. And then finally we have the Hybrid Saiyan team. It was pretty, wouldn't be a complete showcase for this Gohan without showing off the Hybrid Saiyan team here. Obviously, we have the Tech Ultimate Gohan as the leader here. I actually want to do a rotation of both of the AGL units, so obviously the new Gohan, and then next to the GT, Goten, and Trunks, who I believe they share 3 links with, so that'll be a pretty good rotation. Obviously, the only downside to that is if there's a tech enemy, we're going to be pretty exposed, but I think it's Fierce Battle, Saiyan Lineage, and Saiyan Warrior Race. I think it's those same 3 links that they share with Broly, is what they're sharing together. And then I'm going to have both the tech units together on the other rotation, even though the obviously Tech Ultimate Gohan is not a GT unit. He still links up pretty well with the GT Goten and Gohan. And then the floaters are going to be the Friend Tech Gohan and the STR Trunks and STRB Pan. So this is a very, very defensive team also. Definitely not going to be seeing too much damage come out of this team, but in terms of defensive utility, sustainability, healing, all that stuff, this team is going to be really, really solid. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to bring this team first into Hybrid Saiyan Super Battle Road, and from there we'll be able to see how well this Gohan's able to fare in there at 55%. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the Hybrid Saiyan stage of Super Battle Road here. I'm going to be bringing the Gohan's Tears support memory. Covers about half of my team, right? About half of the team is the Goku family team. So that's going to be able to bolster attack and defense for all the Gohans here, and then B-Pan. So it should be pretty good. I don't expect to have much difficulty with this Hybrid Saiyan SBR. At this point, this stage is fairly old. We're still waiting for the new 10 stages of Super Battle Road to come out, so we'll see. I'm probably going to end up doing a different video, a separate video for this AGL Gohan in Extreme Super Battle Road once I get him rainbowed. So we're going to go ahead and jump in here. With the team that we have set up here, I don't expect to have much difficulty at all. Actually, we do have him first, which is good. I do want to eventually get him linked up alongside the AGL GT Goten and Trunks. So there's the support memory. So I like this one. Let's take a look. Let's watch it. Let's not skip this. I like that they show him like that, because obviously in the anime they don't do that. Alright, so turn 1, 55% level 1 links. He's at 146k defense. Look at Tech Gohan. 207,000. That is a lot in Part 2 AGL Gohan there. I mean, the All in the Family link is really playing a big part in this. So I'm actually going to put Tech Gohan first. I mean, with this amount of defense plus the guard activated, like, there's no way we're ever taking damage here. We'll go ahead and attack you. I'm going to go ahead and attack you. We can stun him potentially. It doesn't really matter. Don't expect to take much damage here. And then we'll do this. This is pretty much going to be an autopilot run. I don't expect to even honestly have to use an item at all here. It should be pretty easy. 3 million attack stat. Defense is like by far good enough to not take damage in here. Okay, so we get 2 stacks of greatly raising our defense. This Gohan is at like 300k defense, turn 1 with guard. This is going to do literally 0 damage. Yeah, this is the Hybrid Saiyan team. Like, this is what they do. Alright, so obviously 1.6 million, again, is not a good number in terms of offense. It's not going to like blow anybody away. He's not doing anything to, you know, put anyone in amazement or anything like that. I talked about that in the, you know, intro of the video. He's not meant to, you know, start out and do 1 million damage. That's not what he's meant to do. Okay, so we're going to rotate them off. Even these guys over here, like, look at the defense on this team. This is the Hybrid Saiyan team. Like, this is a pretty stupid team for sure. All right, let's do this. With you, we'll go ahead and attack you, and then the Goten and the Trunks. We'll just make sure we can potentially take out the Tora. But yeah, this is a very auto. Look at this, almost 4 million attacks. I mean, we have a lot of. We have 80% support on rotation here, which explains that number. But that's a. I mean, this is Tech Ultimate. This is again, Tech Ultimate Gohan is not a unit that comes out turn 1 and, you know, does these attack stats. This is just the raw supporting effects from these units on the rotation with him. All right, well, I don't even know if we're going to be able to see the active skill in here. We're probably going to have to get it in a different event, because this is just, I don't expect to even fall below 58% HP in here. I mean, keep in mind we are under the effects of these support memories. That is something to consider as well. Alright, so these guys are not giving a buff to the rotation just because they are GT hero buffers. But with this guy in the middle, we have 4 links, which is pretty solid. 376k defense for that Gohan. What is his defense in the middle? Does he get anything else? This is turn 3, and he's guarding. Yeah. Okay. Let's just go ahead and just, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Does it really matter what we do? Let me know. Do you think it matters? We cannot die. So yeah, these attack sets are really not good, right? That's the trade-off, right? He stunned him, which is cool, and then this attack set's not good either. This is more of a team that wins through attrition, more so than, you know, just turn 1, full power Frieza, like 25 million attack stat, and just like one-shots the entire field. Like, that's not what this team is about. This team is much more of a balanced team. Which, I mean, it depends on your playstyle, right? Do you like this, or do you like just completely nuking everyone? So, I don't know. It depends on what you like. So let's go ahead and do this, I guess. I don't know. We're not gonna make it, I don't think, to turn 4 to get B-Pan's active skill, but we'll see. I guess I'll go ahead and attack Nappa. It doesn't really matter. Actually, I'm kind of hoping that Vegeta supers B-Pan so that we could potentially get the active skill for Gohan. Because remember, there's no turn restriction on that Gohan's active skill. You can use it whenever you want, as long as you're below the HP threshold. So it's not that hard to get. Okay, let's see what happens here. 3.4 million for you. Yeah, I mean, he does actually look like he works really well, this Tech Gohan with the STR Trunks. So that's a good rotation there. This is going to do no damage. Yeah. This is Super Battle Road, by the way. I mean, granted, the stage is pretty old, so. But I just wanted to show here that if you were ever somebody, like, even if you're, I don't know, even if you're a newer player, right? And I don't really think it's like a super wise idea to go ahead and summon and spend your stones on this Gohan banner, but for some reason, like, let's say I don't know, let's say you wanted to buy the Pilaf's Trophy. Actually, that didn't even do any damage. Let's say you wanted to buy the Pilaf's Trove Pack, and I'm actually going to put Gohan at the front just to see how well he can do here. We can link these two up here. 143. Actually, does he have more defense with him? Yeah, he's all in the family. He has all in the family with him. Actually, this is a better rotation. Like, we could just do this. This is better. Let's just leave it like that. Nappa's attacking. I guess we'll just go ahead and attack Vegeta. If you buy that Pilaf's Trophy ticket, like if you're like a newer player or somebody who doesn't have a lot of hybrid Saiyan units, and you pull this Gohan, like, this is your ticket to pretty much no efforting the stage if you've never beaten it before. So yeah, that's a pretty good usage of your I mean, if you want to spend money, it's a good usage of your money, I guess, technically. But I was gonna say, like, if you wanted to throw like a multi or two at the banner, see if you get lucky, and you end up pulling this Gohan, like, he will help you in a lot of events. Like, the God of Destruction event as well, I think, is an area of the game where this Gohan really helps out with as well. So, you know, a lot of these difficult pieces of content, this Gohan can definitely help you out. Yeah, this is pretty much game over. Like, we're not killing the enemies, but they, in return, can't do anything to us. Like, what do you think this Gohan's defense is looking like? Before I even click it, what do you think his defense is at? Alright, let's go ahead and click it. 300k. we only supered once. Like, let's just go ahead and leave him there. This is the rotation that I wanted. Just share 4 links with the GT, Goten, and Gohan. So, yeah, here we go. But don't forget, these guys get 150% defense, as well as a great raise on their super attack. So their defense is going to be like 300k. Okay, so let's go ahead and just finish Nappa here. I'll retarget to you, and then I'll keep attacking you with Trunks just in case you're still alive. But I mean, this is pretty much over. There's like no way we're gonna get this active skill. B-Pan took a super from the Vegeta, type neutral. She took 50k damage. Like, there's like no way to die with this team. It just, in return, just takes forever. like this is not a speed run. This is not a fast run. We're not setting records here by any means. But it is safe. And if you want a team that you know for sure you can just like jump into an event, not really have to worry about anything, and take your time and clear it, like this is it. Let's just go ahead and pop this. Might as well. Vegeta's stunned. Alright, this will help a little bit, but this is not going to all of a sudden like boost our damage up to like ridiculous numbers here. See this. I mean, I'm just collecting same type orbs at this point. We actually could end up getting the Dokkan attack in that last fight. In fact, I'm pretty confident we will. Yeah, this is with B-Pan's active skill. We're at 1.8 million. That is very, very unimpressive when you consider all the other Dokkanfests that have come out recently. Like, I'm not really going to compare him to like the Goku and the Frieza. That's not fair. But even to someone like Int Broly or the physical Goten and Trunks, like it's just you see the massive difference in the attack stats and stuff like that. So this is a pretty good rotation as well. I mean, here's the defensive numbers. They look pretty solid. Yeah, we're gonna, for sure, get this Dokkan attack in this stage. Well, in the next fight, but yeah. All right, let's kill Vegeta here. Get our boosted attack there, almost 4 million. And I don't even remember who the last fight is. Is it Paragus and Broly? It might be Paragus and Broly. Yeah, I think it's like physical Broly or something like that. Like, look how bad the damage is on this team. Okay. It is, yeah, it's definitely Paragus and Broly. It might be STR Broly and physical Paragus. I don't remember. Oh no, they're both physical. Okay, so it's just a physical festival, I guess. Which is fine, because we don't have any int units, so I am okay with that. Okay, so is here any extra links for Trunks? No. So I want to show Gohan's stunning abilities, because remember, he does guaranteed stun the enemy after he takes an attack in a turn. So this is clearly the better play, right? To put Gohan in front of the Broly attacks in the front there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this AGL Gohan in the front. We're going to be able to get a guaranteed stun on the Broly here. Let's go ahead and try that out. I mean, the worst thing that could possibly happen here is we get supered right away and we take some damage. But guess what? If we take some damage, we could just use the active skill. So I am completely okay with this. And let's go and just focus on Paragus, I guess, from that point forward. We actually could get the Dokkan attack. We are going to get the Dokkan attack next turn. Okay. Alright, so there's no super attack. We're going to raise our attack there. Okay, well, Broly's going to get stunned. 2.5. Keep in mind, this is only a one-turn stun, so it's only for this turn that he's stunned. But that's going to save us potentially a lot of damage. Paragus, 95k. I mean, it's not even close to enough to get us to full 58%, unfortunately. I mean, we would end up healing from a Dokkan attack anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like, that did, what, a good 15 to 20% of our health? That's it. So, yeah, not really too much to worry about here. Let's go ahead and just put Gohan in front. I mean, dude, this is autopilot. I don't even have to look. Like, I don't even have to look at my screen to beat this stage with this team. I'm definitely going to jump into the extreme version of this in the Rainbow video, for sure. Like, this is... I'm not tapping the things here. Like, I don't need to do this. What's Gohan at? 3 million? I mean, again, 3 million attack stat from this guy, not good. But in terms of everything else, he's doing pretty good so far. So, Hybrid Saiyans. Yeah, I mean, I've done, I don't even know how many showcases where I go into a normal SPR stage. This has taken a long time. We're already at 13 minutes of this portion of the video. This, it usually does not take this long, I will tell you right now, when I'm showcasing other units at 55%. Just because of the damage. I mean, again, that's the trade-off. Your damage is just not going to be there if you're providing this amount of utility and defense to the team. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to be able to get the active skill in here, but that's okay. Alright, we're going to do the same thing we did last turn, put Gohan in the front. Try and get the stun on him. We're almost at 200k defense at this point, which is pretty good at 55% level 1 links. Alright, let's just go do this. We're going to slowly whittle Broly down. This might take a little bit. Alright, so he's going to get stunned here, guaranteed. Not like we were going to take damage anyway, but, you know, just to show off the utility that this guy brings to the team. Like, guaranteed stun, there it is. And at this point, we're stacking. I mean, pretty much, like, well, this entire rotation is stacking defense, right? The AGL Gohan stacking defense, Tech Ultimate Gohan greatly stacking attack and defense. This Goten and Trunks are also stacking defense on their super attack. So, yeah, a lot of this team, like half of the team, is stacking defense in some way. And so the longer the fight goes on, the easier it's going to be for you to just clear it, right? I mean, I don't have much to worry about here. Just, again, autopilot through this. All right, Broly. Broly is not having a good time. I can tell you right now, Broly is not doing too good. Actually, are we gonna win this turn? I think so. I think Trunks is gonna kill him. If these guys don't crit, Trunks will take him out. Okay, well, there we go. What did we finished with full health pretty much, with no items used. I mean, this is a joke. Yeah, that's the Hybrid Saiyan team. I think AGL, the new Dokkanfest Kid AGL Gohan, definitely has a good spot on the team, for sure. He definitely plays to the strengths of the team, providing defense, key. I mean, Tech Ultimate Gohan, one of the biggest weaknesses for him is that he doesn't have a lot of key links. And a lot of the times he actually might struggle to super turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. So the extra support in terms of key from the AGL Gohan does help him too. So I feel like, yeah, he definitely does fit really well on here. Again, the stunning helps, like all that stuff helps. So definitely a good showing from AGL Gohan in here, even though the stage wasn't the toughest. I think we'll go ahead and jump into a longer event next to see how fast we can stack up his defense and how he works on a different team. Alright, so we're going to jump into the Majin Buu stage of Infinite Dragon Ball history today using the Heavenly Events / Bond of Master and Disciple team. And I actually found a friend that is literally identical to my Gohan. He is at 55%, no skill orbs, and full level 1 link. So he's a mirror image of mine, which is perfect. So on this team, again, I want to have one of the Gohans linked up alongside the Gotenks, and then the other one linked up alongside the future Gohan. Now, the issue here, future Gohan's transformation conditions, he's going to transform, right? Because we have a unit on the team whose name includes Trunks, right here, and this Gotenks is also going to transform, but I think that's fine. A longer event, you're going to want these guys to transform at some point eventually, so I don't really have an issue with that. They're going to probably link up a little bit worse post-transformation. I haven't actually looked into it, but this is a good setup. Let's see how this works. Let's go ahead and jump in. With Guasu and Zamasu rotation, the defense is going to be ridiculous, because we're going to be getting a total of 100 and what does Guasu and Zamasu give, like 70% defense? So we're going to be at 128% defensive support when we have them on rotation. Let's go ahead and rotate off the future Gohan. Actually, we could put Gohan in the middle and we'll get all in the family active. So this is turn 1. He's at 170k defense, turn 1 at 55% full of 1 links. That's really good. I think I'll leave things this way, actually. We'll super with Gotenks. Remember, Gotenks is also greatly raising his defense for 1 turn, so he's going to be over 210k defense after the super attack, which is great. Alright, and then also remember that the future Gohan also is greatly raising his defense for 1 turn, so you know, the extra support defensively from the Gohan is going to make the great raise on the defense from both of these units like really strong. Okay, now with the double super, this Gotenks has like 290k defense. So even if Buu had supered him right there, we would have taken 0 damage. This Gohan's going to start raising his defense. 2.8 is actually not bad, considering he didn't even get hit once before he supered. And the reason why his attack stat was so high there is because we have a Heavenly Events category ally on the team, which is that int Gotenks. So that's why you're seeing that number jump up so much. Alright, so didn't end up killing him, but that's okay. We can just continue stacking our defense here. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Guasu and Zamasu give 70% defense. Yeah, they do in 2 key. So on this rotation, again, we have 128% defensive support, which is crazy. The Tech Gohan in the middle is at 202,000. That is ridiculous. Alright, so this AGL Gohan should honestly be able to take him out here. And we'll do that. 236k after the orbs. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, this is the reason why I brought Gohan Zamasu, is because I knew that the defensive support would be really, really powerful. It's like paired alongside this AGL Gohan's defensive support. And then 4.5, and his defense at this point, remember, he's raising his defense by 30%, right? I think is how this works with this Gohan. I don't actually remember. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, his defense is over 300k, right? So, pretty good. Alright, so there's the Gotenks transformation. I'm going to leave him on rotation with my Gohan. Remember, he is a Heavenly Events category ally, so going to be a bit of a boost for my Gohan here. So we went down to 2 links. Does he share anything else with Trunks? No. 197k because we did end up stacking that previous turn. Let's go ahead and do this. And again, this is not a team that's going to be blazing through these events. This is going to be a slow and steady team. But, 3.5 is not too bad though. With the Trunks support there, we have the Heavenly, like his full passive is active here because of the Heavenly events, and he got hit first. So 55% level 1 links, I will take that 3.5 million attack stat actually is definitely acceptable for sure. For a unit that's not even designed to be offensive, I definitely think that's good. So I am okay with that. This is going to do very, very small. This might do 0 damage actually. Yeah, the double super. Like that's why the defensive support is so powerful for units that greatly raise their attack for 1 turn, or their defense for 1 turn on the super attack effect, is because if your base defense that you're starting with on the turn is so high, then obviously 50% of a bigger number is going to be a bigger boost, right? So, alright, so we have the Future Gohan transformed. I actually haven't seen that happen in a really long time. Down to 2 links here. Let's go ahead and do this. Doesn't really matter. Just want to make sure I'm stacking him every turn. And we'll give you that. No Heavenly Events category ally on this rotation, which is why that attack stat was lower, right? So it really does make a big difference whether or not you have a Heavenly Events category ally, because you just saw the difference there, right? Heavenly Events category ally plus support on rotation was 3.5 million versus the one rotation where no support and no Heavenly Events category ally, and we were at 1.6. So definitely a massive difference between those conditions being fulfilled and not being fulfilled. Alright, so take out this guy. I don't know if I'm going to show this entire event here. Okay, so we got Gohan Zamasu back. What is our defense looking like? 261. Look at Gotenks' defense. Once Gotenks supers, he'll be at, I guess because he's getting a 50% raise, right? So he'll be at 340k defense. Yeah, Gotenks is going to be a 340k-ish defense once he supers. That's crazy. Alright, let's do this. And then even Gohan Zamasu themselves are at 90k, which is something you don't really see too often for them because most of the defense is dependent on them dodging. So, alright, so we'll get our attack buff here. We're going to get supered. This isn't really going to do too much damage. Not super worried about it. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so no offensive support on rotation up to 2.8 million. Not anything too absurd, right? It's just, that's what he's not. He's not designed to do damage. It's just, at the end of the day, what it comes down to. This Gotenks, though, over 330k defense, so yeah, good luck hurting us. And, okay, the double super is going to put him at, like, 440k defense. He could do one more, can he? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can. He's pretty good in that Super Saiyan form, especially with all the defensive support he's getting here. Alright, so now we have support with the STR Trunks, 240k defense. So Boo is going to heal up, it looks like, yeah, it's fine. Again, the longer they drag this fight out, the stronger we get with our defense, because we're stacking every single turn. I mean, even at 55%, it's possible we get an additional. They both have the 10% chance to do an additional, just not very likely. This is going to do 0 damage. Yep. And then Future Gohan is going to stack attack as well. been a really, really long time since I have used the transformed version of this future Gohan. So I did kind of just want to see him in action. It's been a long time. Alright, at some point we will take out this Super Boo. This guy is just... Well, it's not even his fault. It's just we do literally negative damage. Like, we might as well be healing him. That's how bad the damage is on this team. So we can transform Gotenks. I mean, with the Gohan at the end there, we're going to be able to activate 5 links. What if I just put him in the middle? 300k defense. Gotenks could end up taking some damage. I want to actually see if I can take some damage because I want to at least show off once in this video the active skill. So hopefully we can take some damage. It doesn't look like we'll be taking damage in this rotation just because we're going to be able to super before he attacks us again. Okay, double super again. Defense is like 400k again. Yeah. Okay, 500k defense. And goodbye. We didn't even get to stack. That sucks. I also wanted to see that like a number there. Damn it. Alright, well, we'll just continue doing this. 309k defense with Gowasu and Zamasu here. The dream scenario here is Gotenks boost supers. Okay, not there. I was going to say Gotenks boost supers Gowasu and Zamasu at the end and they don't dodge it. So that we could actually take a lot of damage, but that does not look like it's going to be the case. I'm pretty excited to see how fast this AGL Kid Gohan's going to be able to stack his defense at the rainbow level. Because right now, I mean, it's definitely not the fastest, right? I mean, you compare this guy to like Int Namek Goku, and Int Namek Goku with his like multiple supers per turn. And it's just a crazy LR defensive stat, and he's like the stacking on 12k every single turn. Like his defensive stat is stacking like 100k plus every single turn. This is not the same case for this Gohan, at least at 55%. So I want to see at Rainbow what that looks like. 289k. We have support on rotation. This attack stat should be pretty good. I mean, actually, it should just be the same that we saw earlier. Now that I think about it, because this is not. It shouldn't change at all. It's not like Gohan's getting offensively more powerful at the course of the fight here. Alright, go ahead and attack us. That's fine. Maybe nothing. And yeah, 3.56. Same exact number. So, yeah, with this rotation set up, it's pretty much going to be pretty consistent. 3.5 is a good number for him. And then Gotenks, again, is going to continue just having ridiculous amounts of defense. He was almost at 3.5 as well, so that's pretty good. Must have had all the chances from his passive to go off. All right, I think we'll do a few more turns here, and then I will go ahead and cut to a little bit further down into the fight. I'm actually going to put him in the middle. We're going to be able to get 4 links active here. 193k defense. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's grab those. And let's grab these. Okay. Yeah, this event just doesn't do that much damage, man. Alright, so let's see what kind of number we put up without being hit first, but we're linked up with the tech Gohan, 1.4. Okay, yeah, pretty bad. Alright, so I'm going to cut here, and I will be back later in the event. Alright, so, after intentionally putting like 400 different units in front of super attacks, we can finally get the active skill. This is turn 18, so we have been doing this for quite a while at this point. So the defense for AGL Gohan, now keep in mind, he does have the trunk support on rotation, 511k. Just keep in mind these are the defensive stats right now, 135k for Gohan, the future Gohan, and then 157k for the STR trunk. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the active skill. We're going to be able to guard with the AGL Gohan. We're going to heal up, and we're going to give defense. So the whole rotation here. So let's just see how this plays out. Alright, so with a little bit of healing, defense goes up. Yeah, it's a pretty nice jump right there. I mean, Gohan's own defense went up like 100k or so. And he's guarding, and he heals. Like, that's a really powerful effect right there. He's doing 3 things. Okay, so I'm only going to show a few more turns here because there's not really much else to show. I mean, what do you guys want to see? Just the defense numbers keep going up every single turn? Like, it's the same thing. So we'll see this guy do 3.4 million. We'll take a look at the next rotation after this as well, and then I think we will move on after that. So this is going to do 0 damage pretty much. Yeah, nothing. Offensively, still not the best at all, obviously. But keep in mind that we are still going to have the defensive buff active on the next turn, too. So that is definitely something to remember as we look at the stats on the next turn. And keep in mind, if we had fallen below 58% health again on this turn, somehow, then we'd be able to activate this Gohan's active skill. We'd be able to have basically an overlapping buff with defense on this rotation. So, 511k for you. Let me just see something. So those are that links. We can have 5 links in the middle. So here's the thing, right? We can have 5 links active in the middle, and we'll be at almost 600k defense. The issue is we're not going to be able to take an attack. Well, I mean, he's not. I mean, I'm assuming. Okay, the boss is not attacking in the front, right? But if he was, we'd be sacrificing the extra attack we'd be getting in the front by putting him in the middle to get the extra links, which I think is probably just not worth it. But obviously, in this case, because he is attacking like 100 million times in the middle, and he's not attacking in the front, this makes more sense to do. So we'll go ahead and do this. We will make this the final turn of this team before we move on to the final team I want to show off, which is the Planetary Destruction / Movie Boss team. So let's see what kind of numbers we're seeing here. I hope he supers Gohan in the middle. I mean, we're going to take 0. Like, he's at over. Once he supers, he'll be over 600k defense. At 2.4, again, not great. But yeah, defensively, he's perfectly fine. And double stack here. Okay, that's a 10% chance to get that additional there, so pretty uncommon for 55%, but it does happen sometimes. He's going to do 0 damage. Your defense is just way too high. Yeah, and then that is pretty much going to be how this team operates in long events. Pretty solid. But, okay, let's move on to the next team. Alright, so we're going to jump into the Warriors of Universe 7 stage of Infinite Dragon Ball history. Again, Planetary Destruction / Movie Boss team. We're going to have Gohan next to Broly. They do share 3 links with each other, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, and Fierce Battle. The 2 Freezes are going to be next to each other, and then the rest of the units, those 3 on the right, are all going to be floaters. So let's jump in. I don't want to spend too much time on this one because I feel like this video's actually gone on for a pretty long time. Rotations are god-awful. Oh my god, this is terrible. Let's rotate off this Broly, my Broly. The friend Broly is not rainbowed. I guess we'll just go ahead and grab that. The Broly trio will give you the AGL orbs. That's 8 orbs, doesn't really matter. And do this. Just want to get this rotation established so we can actually see what I want to see here. Probably just going to skip around in this one. We'll see like 1 or 2 rotations of the Gohan in the beginning. And then we will maybe just like skip to a fight like phase 4, 5, or 6 or something like that, and then we'll see how they've evolved throughout the. I mean, both these units, right, the Int Broly and the AGL Gohan, are both going to work really well in longer events, just because they're both stacking defense the whole time, and you know, decent links that they share between each other. So should be a pretty effective combo in here. Hopefully, we can just kill this Krillin on this turn. Yeah, he's dead. Goodbye. Please kill him. Oh my god, you didn't kill him. Great. Alright, well, we're going to be able to get at least 1 stack of defense here. Yeah, well, we'll be able to get Janemba support by doing this. Wait. Does Janemba only support Extreme Class? Maybe I'm stupid. Yeah. Well, I forgot that he only supports Extreme Class. That's not good. Well, that's my fault. Not going to be able to get the stack here. Gohan's going to take quite a bit of damage. We were stunned anyway, so it doesn't. Actually, it wasn't even that bad. Didn't take that much damage. We did get stunned though, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Okay, well, I forgot that Janemba only supports Extreme Class. There we go. Definitely not a good addition to the team then. Would not recommend using him here. Let's just go ahead and have Frieza take care of this, do this, do this. These rotations were really bad. Alright. We're finally gonna have Broly next to Gohan next turn. We'll see how that works. Okay. Okay, thanks. Yeah, you really needed to do this. What's our health looking like? Oh, we're not even close. Okay, well, I mean, Janemba's not going to serve a purpose here. Gohan is 116k, not the best. Shane goes 3 links with Broly. I'm going to put Gohan in the front just so I can get the extra attack. Broly with this. I mean, Broly, like, we don't even have the Janemba support, right? Broly's at 207k defense turn 4. It's not bad. And he's going to keep stacking throughout the course of this event, plus his damage reduction. Like, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I could already tell you right now that this is a pretty good rotation. This AGL Gohan next to the Broly. Definitely solid. Alright, so we'll raise our defense for a little bit. Broly will raise his defense. And well, let's take a look at one more rotation of these two before we cut a little bit. Let's just take care of Roshi here with our friend Frieza. Could be very surprised if Roshi lives this. Just want to get him out of here so we can have a full health opponent to attack on the next turn. Yeah, goodbye. Okay. We do have the Broly trio here providing support. So with Gohan, we'll be able to just have to grab this. Drop the STR orb for the extra attack. So defensively, 150k, 241k. Let's go ahead and grab these ones. So what's our attack looking like here? We have, again, no Heavenly Events category on the rotation. 2.4 at 55% full level of links. It's actually, like, not horrible. That is definitely not, like, super, super bad. It's not great. It could be better, but it's not, like, horrendous. Okay. So that was a pretty solid showing, I think. And then Broly obviously looks really, really ridiculous here. But we'll cut here, and we will be back in one of the later phases of the fight to sort of see how things have progressed and how much stronger these guys have gotten. Alright, so here we are on the final phase of this event. This is turn 16. Janemba, unfortunately, not giving any any help for Gohan, but I mean, I guess he is technically helping Broly. That does mean he's doing something on this turn. Broly 552k defense. Gohan is at 290k. So, I mean, clearly, the reason why Broly is stacking so much faster is because, number one, he's doing multiple attacks, right? And then number two, just the rainbow stacks are going to allow him to stack way faster than Gohan would. Alright, so I guess we will put Broly in the front there. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I could put Gohan here just to see how well he would do. But, like, why would I? Like, that's never the correct decision under any circumstance, right? So there's just no point to put him there. Okay, we'll put Broly in the front, do this, and then Janemba's not gonna be able to do anything. I mean, we can give him a super at least, so whatever. Okay, let's see what Broly does here. He's gonna do 0 damage, be like 600 million billion defense. Okay. Yep, nothing. And then Broly, 3.5 million, no support. Well, no offensive support here. All right. All right. I guess Broly just decided that it was time to end the event. It's time to go home. Broly wants to go home, it looks like. He did half their health in one turn. That's pretty good. I mean, Gohan's not going to do much damage, but he should be able to take at least double digits from a normal attack. He's at over 300k defense here, so pretty solid. A lot of that defense that Broly had, by the way, was because of Gohan, so not bad. And then I guess Frieza will come in and do whatever. Just do his thing, I guess. I actually have not gotten that many 12 key. I don't think, by the way, third form Frieza has actually supered once. I don't think he's supered at all. His defense is like literally not went up at all. Whatever. Let's just do this. I'm pretty sure we just win. I'm not even going to use Broly's active skill, but I'm pretty sure this is over. Okay, well, there you go. I actually didn't even get to use the active skill from Gohan in this event. It kind of annoying. I mean, we need to go into like the God event to see that, I think. Or once we go into ESPR, we'll definitely see it in those stages. Like those really, really difficult stages of content where turn 1 and turn 2, you're taking tons of damage. Like that's when we'll see those active skills come into play. But definitely, you know, I like what I saw from Gohan. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I went into the video knowing that he wasn't going to be putting up like, you know, 7 million attacks. That's 8 million attacks. That's like some of these other Dokkan Fests. But in terms of utility, defense, like all those other sort of like intangible aspects, I feel like he definitely fulfills those roles really well. On the Hybrid Saiyan team, pretty much was invincible. His own team, definitely not the best team ever, but I think he actually does make it work fairly well with the guaranteed stun after he gets hit. And then obviously the Planetary Destruction team, he works fairly well with the Broly, so they do make a pretty good partnership there. But let me know down below what you guys think about this AGL Dokkanfest Kid Gohan. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.